Y'all, I'm so glad I'm not a street dude. I'm so glad I'm not a street dude. It's too much pressure. It's too much pressure. You gotta watch what you say at all times around law enforcement. You can't say you know this person, you know that person. You gotta do a whole lot of lying, a whole lot of no saying nothing, no saying this, no saying that, right? You gotta not be in pictures with people. You know what I mean? I like taking pictures with people I love. You can't be around this one. You can't be over here, over there. You can't go to this neighborhood, that neighborhood. You gotta take a scenic route all the way through certain blocks. You gotta walk really with your head on a swivel everywhere you go. Cause you just never know what opposition may be right where you at, right? You gotta keep a gun on you at all times, 24/7. You know? You can't really be in pictures, like I said, with your loved ones, because you don't know if your enemies might try to find them people that you really, really love and care about that don't got nothing to do with nothing, right? You can't really be taking your kids to all these different functions because these oppositions go to the same places with their kids. And sometimes your city may not be big enough because everybody go to the same place. In Chicago, everybody be going to the same places. We go to the same spots. Chicago big as hell, but a lot of us go to the same places for certain fun activities. You gotta really live your life on an island. You know? For real. Like, it's just a lot of pressure, man. You gotta feed the block, give back to the block, keep money in dudes' pockets who you really may not even know that well. All for the love of seeing you doing it for your block. You gotta put money on all these grown-ass men books who you probably don't even got no relationship with, for real, who you never really even talk to that much, but because you talking about them in your raps and your songs, you gotta put money on their books, right? Or because you claim in the neighborhood, you gotta put money on their books. When they come home, you gotta have $20,000 waiting for them and all type of shoebox full of money and shit waiting for them. You gotta go hustle up to make sure that dude come home to bread, even though you got kids, a woman, or you know your mama needs something paid, all that shit. You know you gotta be paying for a lawyer, paying a lot of money, give it to a lawyer just in case, cause you bound to get into some shit, right? You gotta sit down for a long ass time. You get caught with some stuff. And you got to be able to serve that time no matter what, take it on the chin. And again, I'm all for men being held responsible for their actions and being accountable, right? I'm all for that, right? So I ain't saying you should be telling on nobody in no situation if you did something wrong and it was your fault and you did it. If you did it, you shouldn't be telling on nobody else to get out of something that you did for sure. But I don't want to have to go to jail for nothing. Jail ain't for me. You got to be in jail. You can't see your people. Can't get on the phone when you want to, can't eat when you want to, can't go outside when you want to, and can't be around no women like that. Even if something happened and your homie lying on you or putting something on you, it's his gun. You in the car with him and he don't want to take it. You can't tell on him and say it's really his. You got to sit and take the 10 years or whatever you finna get that come with that gun. Right? You got to be outside on the block all day, even with shit getting hectic, and you know it might be life or death. You still got to prove that you hard at every fucking turn. You know? All type of just is way too much, man. I'm like, yo, these dudes be having too much pressure. Probably that's why they headline be receding, stressed the fuck out, balding early, balding at 21, 22. You know, because they just living so damn stressful. So stressful. They look like their soul is sleepless. Their eyes, you look like they look soulless in their eyes. They off all these damn drugs to try to numb themselves from all the crazy stuff they done seen and did. Like, for real, man, it just is too much. Too much, man. I'm like, you a street dude, bro? It's like you, when you go to jail, you answering to other dudes and all that because you in a gang and all this and all of that. And it's just weird, man. I could never do it, man. It just is too much that come with it, man. I don't want to have to go to jail. I don't want to have to die young. I don't want to have to be sent on missions by a big homie because the big homie really scared to do it himself. He's scared to face the consequences of jail time, and he gonna send a younger shorty because he feel like, oh, you might not go to jail that long, or the shorty, he know the younger shorty just willing to crash out so bad because he honors him so much. He'll tell him lies and feed him bullshit just to keep a battery in his back to keep doing crazy stuff. You know what I mean? It's just wild stuff. I could never be. I couldn't do it, man. And again, y'all know Chicago. This is a gang banging city, so it was always around me. But I used to be like, bro, like a lot of dudes I know is still in jail. Been in jail since 2013 and still in now, 2012. and may not be coming home for another 7, 8 years. You know how long? 2012, bro. 2012, I was 19 years old. They got another 8, 9, maybe 10 years in jail. That is crazy to me. I'm 30 now, man. It's just, it's wild, man. And it's just too much pressure, man. You got to be able to take care of this one and that one and this one and that one. You know. And again, I think everybody should look over their shoulder. Like, I mean, you know, should be aware of their surroundings, I'm sorry, when they're walking. But having to look over your shoulder everywhere you go. You can't even take your kids to certain places they really want to go to because you know, fooling them on the other side over there. You can't go to certain people, certain families' houses because you know that's fooling them block that you into it with. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that come with that, man. I know people who in the streets heavy and there's certain stuff they just cannot do. They really got to go out of town to really show their lady a good time for real because they just got too much static everywhere else. Right? Or, you know, even when they go out, they always looking around everywhere trying to see who know them, who may know them, because there's people that they don't know who may be from the opposite hood, and they probably ain't never seen them before. And they want to know why dude looking at you like they just super, they paranoid all the time, angry as hell, again, on drugs, and try to numb themselves from all the stuff, so they just super just amped up at all times. You know, just having to do certain stuff you may not even really want to do. Just to show that you tough. And to show that you, whatever, you standing on everything. Dude, you go to the doctor, go to the hospital. You could run into somebody that you into it with. Right? And it's a whole situation while you sick. Now you got to stand on business while you sick. You probably weak, ain't got no energy. You and the doctor. You with your girl, now your girl and some shit. It just, wow, it's just crazy stuff, dog. Crazy. And it's stuff that you really don't really want to, like, I don't think nobody should be in. But hey, you gotta live with them consequences. Your mans do something and he don't admit to doing it. You can't say nothing. You gotta sit for 20, 15 years because you don't want to tell your homie and you don't want to say this ain't mine. This is his. You can't say that. It's like, man, and the dude who lie on, who don't take up or take ownership for the weapon or ownership for what he did, he don't get penalized at all. He walking around free, living his life. Kicking back, going to the show with girls. He kicking it with this girl, that girl. He on the block every single day, partying like a motherfucker while you in the jail, sitting in there for a long ass time, writing a girl that looked like Hagrid from Harry Potter to come put money on your books. You feel me? Writing a girl that looked like Honey Boo Boo in order for you to survive up in jail. Getting on phone with her, putting a bug in her ear so you will be able to have enough money to do and function how you want to function. Then you in jail, you got to watch that back every single way you up in there. Then you got to worry about when you go to jail, you stuck in a situation you ain't supposed to be in. Now you know your girl gonna get a dude while she outside. I mean, while you locked up on the inside. Now you wondering if she gonna leave you, if she gonna even just altogether say she can't do this. It's just all type of shit. I'm like, bro. It's too stressful, man. I didn't see brothers, I'm telling you, lose their hair. I didn't see that you can lose your hair from a lot of stress from a lot of things. But I mean, yeah, I didn't see dudes like lose weight because they just so stressed out. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to turn to. Nothing. They just out here just trying to survive at all costs. And after they do a little stuff, after they do a few things, they in too deep to leave now. Because you done did this for the big homie, you done did that for the big homie, and that other neighborhood remember what you done did, what you done said, what you was standing on, all of that. And so they going to make you stand on that 10 toes down, even if you say you want to get out of it. They not going to forget what you did. You can be a pastor some years from now. They going to remember what you did, what you said, how you was acting, the disrespect that was thrown their way, and they not going to be forgiving of that. So yeah, being a street dude is way too much for me. I'm glad that they made sidewalks so I can stay on the sidewalk. I went to school, got my degrees, worked a job, you know, take care of my children. I can just watch sports, watch boxing, watch basketball, watch football with my uncles and my daddy. With my pops and my brother and them, we can laugh, crack jokes, kick back. I went and joined the fraternity. I can hang with my fraternity brothers for homecoming in college. You know, I can enjoy some fruits of my own labor. I ain't got to be tough 24/7. I enjoy that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.